You know, I ain't simple like his wife, and neither was Aaliyah. I guess that's why he had her killed.
Ugh.
You killed that young woman. Who the fuck else would have known better how to have someone posing as Dame Dash's personal assistant call Aaliyah so strategically and tell her she needed to rush to the hospital in Miami because Dame was on his deathbed? Dame wasn't nowhere near Miami and he ain't have no assistant call Aaliyah. Who the fuck else would have known that other than his closest ally, his best fucking friend, the nigga that was fucking her before him?
Wow.
Fuck you, Sean.
I
And
had
that Jay-Z
forgotten that.
knew about
So he,
what happened to Aaliyah and still fucked
right, exactly.
Aaliyah's untimely death has been the subject of much speculation, but the truth is now on the verge of being revealed. They mention all the famous people who were always seen with Aaliyah. Things are working well for JayZ and Diddy since they are being blamed for the death of the R&B princess. Let's take a look at the evidence together and see if we can't figure out the truth about these accusations now that we have all the pieces. The person or people responsible for Aaliyah's untimely death remain at large almost 22 years after her passing. But insiders are now discussing the events that transpired below the radar. Well, Jaguar Wrights is famous for her honesty in the face of Hollywood's seedier side. Once again, she has revealed key details that could be used to identify and exclude potential suspects in the murder of Aaliyah.
You know, I ain't simple like his wife, and neither was Aaliyah. I guess that's why he had her killed.
Ugh.
She provided some horrifying information regarding the systematic manner in which the perpetrator coerced Aaliyah into boarding the plane, fully aware that she would not return.
Who the fuck else would have known better how to have someone posing as Dame Dash's personal assistant call Aaliyah so strategically?
Jag told how an unknown caller informed Aaliyah that her lover Dame had been in a tragic accident and was now on life support, as Dame is still alive and well to this day while Aaliyah is buried 6 feet underground. We all know that to be untrue.
And tell her she needed to rush to the hospital in Miami because Dame was on his deathbed.
After conducting her own investigation, Jag discovered that Dame was not even in Miami when Aaliyah received the call. That seems like a weird coincidence to us.
Dame wasn't nowhere near Miami and he ain't have no assistant call Aaliyah. Who the fuck else would have known that other than his closest?
Yet, JayZ was not nearly as influential as he is now, so assistance in accomplishing this feat is not out of the question. At the time, only Sean Combs, better known by his stage name, Puff Daddy, had a similar experience. Furthermore, Jag challenges Diddy to an open confrontation regarding his famed sacrifices.
Fuck you, Sean. Prove me wrong, sue me, or kill me. I'm ready.
The findings raise some critical questions, the most pressing being, why did Jag decide to expose all this to the world after more than 20 years have passed? The hosts of Hip Hop Uncensored had the same question, and Jag responded as follows.
Oh, everything was good.
I
all the
gave
week
him
ago.
20 years. I gave him 20 years to do the right thing.
After spending so much time with her ex-friend, it's reasonable that she'd be annoyed by JayZ's denial of the breakup. Not to mention the threats she's been receiving.
Come get me. I'm waiting. Sue me, kill me, do something. Do something, niggas, other than threaten me.
You may be wondering where Jag obtained such shocking details from. She won't talk about it, implying it's a trade secret. If you thought that was the end of Jag's exposure, you'd be wrong. She intends to reveal everyone responsible for Aaliyah's death. There were rumors that Diddy was involved in the death of Kim Porter, the mother of his child. Well, Jaguar let it go that she had heard from a close friend of Kim's who confided in her that Diddy had Kim Porter murdered.
Kim told someone very close to her that she thought he was trying to kill her.
Her heartfelt but now deleted Instagram live reveals Diddy's behind-the-scenes torment.
And I lent my voice to the concert that made you, motherfucker. I helped make you, Sean Carter.
Jaguar has dirt on some major villains in the entertainment industry, and her admirers are praying for her protection because of it. Praying for Jaguar Wright's protection as she sets the record straight, too many can relate. Everyone is making the new versions of what she is speaking on every single day. Niggas 20 minutes 40 out here filling that evil mold. Your homies need to be aired out, not held down. There are other celebrities who share Jaguar's view that the entertainment industry is demonic and that human sacrifice is commonplace to satisfy the industry elite's insatiable avarice. Such as
music industry is such a demonic thing. It sacrifices people's lives.
So many conflicting accounts, from a crackhead pilot to Aaliyah's heavy luggage, have left many of us wondering what really happened on the day she passed her. And Jaguar let this news go as well.
Packing all that luggage on the
the plane wasn't her idea either. She was told because the rap, the video had rapped, that all of their belongings had to leave right then, that she couldn't.
That proved once again that the public only knew the surface level of the truth. The video session was over, and poor Aaliyah, who was distraught over the news of her fiancé's tragic accident, had to pack up and leave without him. Jaguar also warned him to stay silent about Aaliyah's alleged sexual abuse while she was still alive.
This sex trafficking and this child abuse, y'all don't understand. Like, these people go heavy, man. They'll have the assistant sitting in the kitchen with the mom while they molesting a child in the bathroom talking about you.
Jaguar thinks they are fearless and that no one can force them to talk. They see themselves as supreme beings in the music business. Using financial incentives, they coerce minors into compliance.
And your child bleeding out the ass, and they're sitting there saying, don't say anything because your mother really needs this money. And if your mother don't get this money, y'all won't be out on the streets. You need to be a good boy or be a good girl and don't say anything.
Jag admires Aaliyah's strength as she persevered through the harassment and yet managed to smile for her adoring public. She urges Aaliyah's brother and Dame to talk openly about Aaliyah's harrowing final years.
But it should be told by her brother or by Dame. Y'all need to know how amazing she really was. Y'all need to know what she really overcame. Y'all need to know the strength that...
We all know how much strength it takes to love someone who has been mistreated for so much of their life, yet Jaguar revealed that Dame Dash loved Aaliyah till the end.
And I know a lot of people, they got a whole lot of mixed emotions about Dame Dash. People say whatever they want to say about that man. That man loved that woman.
Billboard published an interview with Dame in which he revealed the details about his tremendous grief following Aaliyah's death. My heart was broken. Nothing prepares you for that. She was intelligent, and she caught me. I'm the kind of guy who says things sometimes just to make myself laugh, but she would just catch me making jokes for me. I couldn't get anything past her. She had a very quick mind and a very kind heart. As usual, Puffy gave a stellar performance for the camera. While hosting TRL on Monday, he was obviously shaken as he discussed his bond with Aaliyah and lamented the passing of an artist whose best work was yet to come. She was one of those individuals that would light up a room. He said, "She always greeted you with a smile. Her time was coming. She was just about to explode." He remarked that Aaliyah's family was the most tightly knit he'd ever seen. Diane and Michael Houghton, together with Aaliyah's brother Rashad, will be able to take in a piece of their daughter. Her producer Timbaland wasn't the only one who was devastated by her death. She was like blood, and I lost blood. Me and her together had this chemistry. I kinda lost half of my creativity to her. It's hard for me to talk to the fans right now. Beyond the music, she was a brilliant person, the person I ever met. Many rumors surfaced after R. Kelly was exposed for seeking to marry a child, despite the depressing setback. The rumor on the street is that JayZ wanted Dame Dash out of the picture so he could have Aaliyah all to himself. Some are wondering how she truly was since so many men, including JayZ and Diddy, were interested in her. It's obvious that Aaliyah was a young girl at the time of what happened to her. The public, however, blames Aaliyah's parents for her condition because they allegedly neglected her. The family thinks Aaliyah was coerced into flying. This is what happens when parents release their control of teenage sons and daughters into the hands of movie and music moguls that prey on kids. 15-year-old Usher, Diddy, 15-year-old Aaliyah, R. Kelly. Aaliyah was used up, and when she was placed on that plane, she had been drugged. She probably was slit a ruffle and raped by the dude that placed her on the plane. And if Dash loved her so much, why didn't he go with her since she had a fear of flying and especially on a small aircraft? Missy was probably upset with her because baby girl didn't want to swing with her. Nonetheless, Jaguar addressed the widespread misunderstanding that the family was to blame. She went into detail on how the social system prevents acquaintances from learning the truth about what goes on behind closed doors.
The truth is, the music industry is a very confusing place, and sometimes things happen without people knowing. There are people that are actively working to keep people.
Several well-informed young fans are also working to raise awareness. This was socially engineered this way. I suggest you research Jaguar Wright's YouTube interviews on how industry people kill talent and move people out of their way to make way for people they want to promote. Puffy and Bad Boy Sagan and Rock. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.